Good evening and welcome into the Shoebox at Penwood High School for the Sports Fan Base Network. I am Chris Markowitz and we are moments away from tip-off as the Penwood High School girls basketball team will play host to Interboro tonight. And this is a rematch of these two squads' season opening game in which Penwood defeated Interboro by the final score of 76-14. So the Bucks looking for an answer to that big home opening loss a few weeks ago. Penwood coming into this game at 2-1, but they lost the last time out. That was last Saturday against Abington, and they fell by the final score of 79-60 here at the Shoebox. The Patriots struggled to take care of the basketball. Abington's full court press caused a lot of turnovers, so the Patriots are going to need to clean things up here tonight, get back to controlling the basketball and continue to force mistakes in transition. That's where they have lived and thrived in this 2021 campaign. It's in their ability to cause turnovers in full court press situations. Well, we're about 3 minutes away from tip-off, so we'll take a break. But when we come back, the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the Interboro Bucks and the Penwood Patriots. Welcome back into the shoebox here at Penwood High School. We are moments away from tip-off between the Interboro High School Bucks and the Penwood High School Patriots. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for the visiting Interboro squad. Their lineup is Gianna Monroe starting at guard, a freshman wearing number 5. Anaya Boland, a senior wearing number 14. Sierra Jawara, a senior wearing number 20. Madison Gonzalez, a freshman wearing number 21. Sarah Kerr, a freshman wearing number 23. And Lacey McKenna, a freshman wearing number 30. Their head coach is Ty Taylor, and he's assisted by Leon Michaels, Mary Kate Rumba, and Michelle Goodman. And then for the home team for the Patriots, it's Jordan Johnson, LaShonda Smith, Ashley Cyrus, Enya Hughes, and Raquel Curry as Interboro wins the tip, and we are underway. This floater falls, and it's an early 2-0 lead off the basket by Anaya Boland. First shot attempt of the ball game, no good there for Smith. And Interboro looking to respond after a big home loss in their season opener against Penwood, as Penwood gets that on the break, and this layup off the mark. Cyrus had a quality look there, but missed it from point-blank range. Boland dribbles the ball to midcourt, guarded tightly by Smith, who pokes it loose. Smith coasting for the layup, but misses too strong. The putback doesn't fall. Penwood has missed 3 layups in the opening minute of the ballgame as Rocky Curry gets the offensive board, kicks to the corner. Smith tries a 3. That's off the mark, deflected, but the rebound hauled in by Sierra Jawara. And then a timeout taken by Interboro with 6:50 to go here in the opening quarter. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fan Base Network, and a 2-0 lead for the Bucks. Penwood with a couple wide open opportunities right near the basket, but unable to capitalize. And they are talking it over in this timeout. Penwood with just 6 players tonight active on their roster, so we'll see how that factors into substitutions. Layla Johnson, the lone bench player tonight for the Patriots. And it's really been a difficult season for them depth-wise as Interboro inbounds in the backcourt out of the timeout. Gianna Monroe crosses the timeline, tries a pass, but it's stolen. That's Smith, who coasts in for the layup, and the foul on the other end. LaShonda Smith on the board with her first bucket of the game. First basket for the Patriots. It comes with 6:39 to go in the first quarter. We are knotted at 2. And Smith at the line. Her free throw short, and she has struggled from the line this year. The rebound hauled in by Madison Gonzalez as Interboro crosses midcourt, but a travel is called. Gianna Monroe picked up her pivot foot after making, or while making a pass, I should say, and that's a turnover against Interboro. So Penwood takes over with possession of the ball, and LaShonda Smith dribbles at the top of the key, swings to Curry. Curry left wing, up top, finds Johnson, who goes into the paint on a drive and is fouled. We'll see who they get the foul on. And it's on Anaya Boland. That's her first, team second, and it was in the shooting motion, so Johnson is at the line. All net on the first free throw as Johnson gives Penwood a 3-2 lead with 6:21 to go in the first quarter, the first Penwood lead of the night. Jordan Johnson, the 5'3" junior guard, nets the second free throw, so a 2-for-2 trip for her. As Penwood shows the full court press here, Interboro able to break it, and then a wild layup on the offensive end off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. The last touch by the Bucks, so Penwood takes over Curry inbounds in the backcourt to Johnson. She crosses the Penwood logo. 6:03 to go in the first quarter. Cyrus now left wing. Tries a pass, but it's stolen. Picked off and going the other way by Boland, and her drive to the lane is broken up. LaShonda Smith hustled back to prevent an easy layup, but possession stays with Interboro. This will be an inbound underneath the basket. Monroe to get it in. Tries a pass to the corner. This is a three-pointer. It's money. Nice touch from distance by Ayana Boland. Naya Boland, I should say, excuse me. And a 5-4 lead now for Interboro as a layup on the other end falls for Enya Hughes, her first bucket of the game. 6-5 lead for Penwood. Boland with all 5 points for Interboro as Smith has a near steal. And it's whistled for a jump ball possession arrow in favor of Penwood. Smith blitzed Monroe on a double team with Johnson and was able to force the turnover. Substitution checking in now for Penwood and for Interboro as Layla Johnson comes in to replace Enya Hughes for the Patriots, and Isabella Horowitz enters the game for Interboro. Penwood with the ball as Cyrus goes on the drive, kicks to Curry, high block, her runner no good, rebound goes to Cyrus, but then she loses it on the baseline, and Interboro takes over, trailing 6-5 with 5:13 to go in the quarter. Another sub coming in for the Bucks. And a bit of confusion here as Kennedy Ballack, the sophomore wearing number 24, didn't know who she was subbing in for, but it is Gianna Monroe who goes to the bench in place of her. And Interboro faces a press and draws a foul on the inbounds as Sierra Jawara gets bumped from behind. And they get the foul on LaShonda Smith. That's her first. So Interboro has it on a side out with 5:11 to go in the quarter. Anaya Boland tries a pass into the corner, hauled in by McKenna, who swings it back to Boland and lays it in. Boland with all 7 Interboro baskets, or points I should say, as Penwood looks for the answer on the other end. Smith, baseline drive, she stepped out of bounds. Good defense on the baseline by Sierra Jawara to cut off the lane, and now a timeout taken by Penwood with 4:49 to go in the first quarter as the Patriots trail 7-6. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fan Base Network, and this is an Interboro squad that looks motivated and is playing well, led by their leading scorer tonight, Anaya Boland, the senior forward, and she's hit a 3 and has 2 baskets in the paint, so she's been doing it all for Interboro. Penwood, they've had a couple turnovers, missed a couple easy shots in the paint, so a sloppy start to this game for the 2-1 Patriots, who won with ease against Interboro a few weeks ago, but again, credit to the Bucks. They are playing at a high level early on tonight. Head coach Ty Taylor and his staff really did a good job, it looks like, of preparing this Interboro squad for the Penwood Patriots full court press. As out of the timeout, Boland receives the inbound pass in the backcourt and dribbles across the timeline. Faces a zone defense as she picks up her dribble at the top of the key and tries a 3 out of rhythm. That's way off the mark. The ball trickles out across the timeline and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Interboro, so this will be Penwood basketball. 4:32 to go in the first quarter. The Patriots trail 6-7 as Johnson kicks to the top of the key. That's Cyrus, her 3 off the mark. It was short off the front rim. Rebound to Boland, and she is fouled in the transition. That foul was on Rocky Curry. It's her first, team's second. So Interboro has the basketball on offense in the half court. Boland picks up her dribble, swings to the corner. That's Bollock. Back to Boland, right wing. The ball is deflected and nearly stolen by Cyrus. She deflects it in play and then recovers to make the steal. Cyrus coasts in now on the other end for the layup. Ashley Cyrus with her first basket of the night. And Penwood back out in front, ahead 8-7 with 3:49 to go in the quarter. On the other end, Boland lost her dribble, tries the layup, and it's good on a nice step through. So Anaya Boland still with every basket for Interboro. She's got all 9 Bucks points. As Cyrus drives on the other end, and her pass for Curry is nearly stolen, but Curry hits an 18-foot jump shot on a good recovery. Rocky Curry with a nice job of staying with a wild pass, and Penwood's back ahead 10-9 with 3:14 to go in the first quarter of play. Interboro now has it in the corner as Boland receives a pass at the free throw line, but she traveled. Madison Gonzalez set her up well, but Boland just lost her pivot foot. And a substitution will come in to replace her as Gianna Monroe, the freshman guard, re-enters the ballgame with 3:04 to play in the first quarter. Penwood trails 10-9, or excuse me, leads 10-9 as this three-pointer off the mark by Cyrus. The rebound goes to Johnson. Her floater is an air ball, but the Patriots get another offensive rebound. This time it was Enya Hughes who gets another board on the miss by Smith. But then her putback no good, and the ball trickles out of play. So Interboro takes over with 2:45 to go in the quarter. Monroe across the timeline. Her pass broken up, but is deflected right back to her. Now Monroe, right wing, tries to drive baseline and draws contact. Bumps by Enya Hughes. So that'll be a foul on Hughes. Third Penwood foul of the ballgame, first on Hughes. The inbounds pass is over Gonzalez's head. Smith picks it up in the backcourt and lays it in for an easy layup. And it doesn't get any easier than that for LaShonda Smith. Penwood with a 3-point lead, their largest of the night, as a layup on the other end is no good for Isabella Horowitz. And then an easy fast break opportunity as Rocky Curry hits LaShonda Smith on a deep pass for another easy layup. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Full court press here from Penwood as the Bucks able to break it. Jawara crosses the timeline, but then a steal by Curry and a late whistle here for a foul. I think that's going to be on Interboro. It is indeed on the Bucks. That foul is on Sierra Jawara, her first. And a trio of substitutions enter for Interboro, including Emma Kelly. Or excuse me, Emma Keeley, as this layup on the Penwood Patriots side, no good for Hughes. The rebound goes to Johnson, her three off the mark, and then the ball trickles out of play. So Interboro takes over with possession of the basketball. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. It's Boland who crosses midcourt, guarded tightly. Good defensive effort here by Smith as Boland picks up her dribble, swings to Keeley in the corner. Keeley finds Boland. She tries an 18-foot jump shot and nets it. It's been Anaya Boland versus Penwood tonight. She has all 11 Interboro Bucks points. As Penwood has an open three-pointer on the other end, it's good. A nice feed from LaShonda Smith. She found Jordan Johnson wide open on the left wing. Lead up to 6 now for Penwood, and a steal in transition as Smith lays it in off a nice feed from Johnson. Penwood starting to put some distance between themselves and the Bucks. Their lead up to 8 now with 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Pressure here by Penwood. Boland tries to split the double team, but has it stolen. Smith with another layup uncontested, and a timeout taken by Ty Taylor of Interboro, as Penwood has opened up a 21-11 lead with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it happens in a hurry when the Patriots get things going. They turned up the defensive pressure there, forced a lot of turnovers, and the Bucks are struggling to find an answer. Besides Anaya Boland, nobody able to find the scoreboard. So it's been a one-player wrecking crew, and Penwood's starting to sense that. You know, I think that the double teams are really starting to bother Boland, and if she's not creating offense, it's been a struggle for Interboro to find open shots tonight. They're going to need somebody else to step up and produce if they want to get back into this ball game. So out of a timeout, it's possession to Interboro. 40 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, as Boland inbounds to Monroe. The Bucks can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Monroe's pass broken up, but it goes out of bounds. That's Jordan Johnson in on the effort. She's been a pest tonight defensively. She's been in on a number of deflections and steals already. 30 seconds to go as the inbound comes into the backcourt. Monroe across midcourt now. Swings to the corner for Boland. Her pass high, but Boland able to secure it. Her jump shot from 14 is off the mark. Fight for possession on the baseline is won by Penwood, and here they go on the break. Curry with a nice outlet pass, and Smith unable to hit the layup. Hughes gets the board and is fouled on the shot. So LaShonda Smith missed a wide open layup off of a nice outlet pass, but Hughes there to clean up the miss, and she will go to the line shooting 2 free throws. That foul was on Lacey McKenna. Her first, as Hughes gets a shooter's roll on the first free throw. It hit the back iron and fell. Hughes now with 3 points in the ball game. Penn would have had 22-11. As the second free throw hits the back iron but doesn't fall. Rebound goes to the Bucks. 6 seconds to shoot. Boland into the lane, draws the contact, and will go to the line. So Anaya Boland continues to wreak havoc against the Patriots as she reaches the charity stripe for the first time this evening. The clock shows 3.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Boland with a wide stance. Her first free throw hits the back iron and drops immediately. A strange bounce there, but Boland has it working for her tonight. 12 points now for her. Boland dribbles a few times. Her second free throw off the mark. Curry with the board. 2 seconds to shoot. Smith from 3! Off the back iron. LaShonda Smith got a good look at it. It was a well set up shot from Rocky Curry, but it hits the back iron, and that takes us to the end of one. Penwood ahead 22-12. We'll take a quick break, but when we come back, second quarter action here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Welcome back into the shoebox. It's second quarter action as Interboro trails Penwood 12-22. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fanbase Network. Interboro with the first possession here in the second quarter, and a travel is called against Anaya Boland. She was caught shuffling off the Buffalo there on a drive down the baseline. Boland with all 12 points for Interboro so far. As Penwood with their first offensive look in the second quarter, Rocky Curry tries to drive baseline, shut off. A good defensive effort there by Gonzalez. Cyrus now kicks to the right corner. That ball deflected out of play. Last touched by LaShonda Smith, and Smith didn't agree with the call there as trail official Jennifer Garofalo said it was last touched by her. Interboro takes over now on offense, and the runner falls for Sierra Jawara. That's her first bucket of the ball game. That cuts the Penwood lead down to 8. On the other end, Smith kicks. Cyrus for 3, back iron. The rebound hauled in by Jawara, who finds Boland. That pass nearly stolen. But Boland gets into the break, swings to Jawara, who throws up a bank shot off glass from 13 feet out. Jawara with buckets on back-to-back Interboro possessions, and they trail now 22-16 with 6:45 to go in the second quarter as Layla Johnson loses the ball on the baseline, now dives to maintain possession, and a jump ball is called. So Penwood will hold on to it as Interboro got possession of the basketball entering the second quarter. Sub into the game for Interboro. It's Kennedy Ballack. She replaces Lacey McKenna. The inbound comes to Curry. She finds Smith on the baseline. Smith's layup way off the mark. A rebound hauled in by Boland. Boland tries to get out on the break, but has her pocket picked. And then Johnson draws contact on the floor. The layup was good, but they wave off the basket. So Jordan Johnson with another steal. She then euroed into the lane and threw up a nice shot. It doesn't count, but Penwood has the ball with 6:26 to go in the second quarter, ahead by 6 points. Inbounds goes to Cyrus, who's dribbling at the top of the three-point line. Cyrus gets a screen from Johnson, goes left, now swings. Smith thought about the three, goes on the drive. Her runner falls. LaShonda Smith, teeth like knives through the defense, and now has 10 points in the ball game to lead the Patriots on offense. On the other end, good pressure by the Patriots, but Jawara tries a three. It's short. Had a good look at it as Curry hauls in the board. Her outlet pass stolen by Boland. Now Jawara with a wide open look, and she lays it in. Sierra Jawara with 6 points as Penwood tries to get down on a fast break. The layup off the mark by Cyrus. She thought she was fouled, didn't get the call. Interboro going the other way. Boland across the timeline, kicks to the corner. Jawara drives baseline, throws up a runner, and that falls. Sierra Jawara with the last 8 points for Interboro. And that's the second score they needed as a timeout is taken by Penwood with 5:16 remaining here in the second quarter. Sierra Jawara reversing momentum for the Bucks as she has 8 points all here in the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of play in the second quarter. It's been an impressive run by her, so Anaya Boland getting the help she needs offensively. And then defensively, the Bucks forcing a lot of turnovers and tough shots for Penwood. And the Patriots, they've missed some easy chances, though, inside, both in the first and second quarter. And they're talking it over right now. They need to be a little bit more disciplined, execute better in their half-court offense. As it'll be Penwood basketball out of the timeout. The Patriots ahead 24-20. Smith inbounds to Johnson. Johnson kicks to the corner. Smith tries a three, and it's short. Rebound hauled in by Ballack, who finds Boland. And then a carry is called. Excuse me, that's a double dribble on Anaya Boland, so it goes for a turnover. Penwood takes over possession of the basketball with 5 minutes remaining in the half. It's a 4-point lead for the Patriots. Smith dribbles at the top of the key, kicks to Curry, left wing. Curry goes around his screen and then gets into the lane for an easy runner. Raquel Curry with 4 points now for Penwood as the lead is back up to 6 with 4:40 to go. On the other end, the ball is stolen from Monroe. LaShonda Smith has a nice pass to set up Cyrus. Her shot off the mark, but Curry with the offensive board. Curry feeds Hughes now, low post, her shot way off. Rebound hauled in by Ballack. Couple missed chances there for Penwood. As Monroe swings to Boland, left arc. Over to Ballack, right wing. Ballack kicks inside, and this layup off the mark for Jawara. Rebound went to Boland, but then she had it poked loose. Loose ball on the baseline. Jawara comes away with it. And then a late whistle. I think it's going to be possession to Interboro as that ball was knocked out by Curry. A sub enters the game for Interboro. It's Felicia Pescator, and she replaces Gianna Monroe as a three-point shot off the inbound is off the mark, and Curry hauls in the miss. Curry on the other end tries a three, that's short, but Layla Johnson chases it down for the board. Curry now skip pass, and then a whistle on the baseline for a 3-second call against Penwood. Johnson was camped in the paint, so it's a turnover. Interboro has it with 3:36 to go here in the second quarter. And now a substitution entering the game for the Bucks. It's Isabella Horowitz, and she is on to replace Madison Gonzalez. Pescator crosses midcourt and swings to Boland. Boland, left wing, passes inside, that's Jawara, and her runner is off the glass and in. Sierra Jawara with 10 points, all here in the second quarter. And it's back to a 4-point lead for Penwood as Johnson dribbles at the top of the key, swings to Curry. The pass deflected, but last touch by Curry, who can't believe the call. She is livid, letting the official know she does not agree with it. And the official's now conferring to see if that call is correct. And they do indeed agree that it's Interboro basketball, so Curry not happy with the call as she heads to the bench with 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And Smith with a nice steal and coasts in for the bucket. She picked Pescator's pocket and has 12 points now on the easy two. And now another steal in transition. Layla Johnson anticipated a pass from Pescator, jumped the passing lane, and then her pass for Cyrus is deflected out of play, so Penwood will take over. Excuse me, that pass intended for Johnson. So it'll be an inbound on the baseline with 2:39 to go. Smith gets it into Cyrus. Now Smith back in the corner, her three off the mark, and the board hauled in by Horowitz. Fight for possession now, and it's a tie-up. Jump ball possession arrow favors Penwood. So the Patriots have it on the right baseline. The inbounds pass comes into Cyrus. She drives into the lane. Her layup no good. Rocky Curry with the putback. Raquel Curry with 6 points now, and she's had a couple of nice plays on the boards as another near steal by the Patriots. And it eventually is picked away by Johnson, who finds Cyrus wide open for two. Penwood forcing a lot of turnovers against Interboro in transition. The Bucks having trouble against Penwood's press as another near steal here, and it is taken away by Johnson, but a late whistle for a foul as Johnson bumped in to Sierra Jawara, so Interboro able to avoid another turnover. Gianna Monroe checks into the game for the Bucks, and she replaces Felicia Pescatore. Monroe to the corner. That's Jawara, who swings inside. Her pass nearly stolen, but it finds Monroe, and then she lays it in. Her shot partially deflected, but gets it to fall. Smith on the other end has an easy layup, and we have seen a number of times where Penwood has beaten Interboro back down the court on long outlet passes. Jawara now with a runner, that's way off the mark, but the miss goes to Monroe. Her shot is short. Curry picks up the floorboard but has it poked loose. Jawara picks up the loose ball, throws it in, and the foul. What a quarter for Sierra Jawara. She has 12 points here in the second quarter of play and is at the free throw line to add on to her total. Jawara takes a couple of dribbles, lines it up, and her free throw is no good off the back iron. Curry with the defensive board, and she breaks the trap, crosses midcourt and swings to the corner. Smith catches, goes on the drive, and is fouled. That'll be a blocking foul against Lacey McKenna. So LaShonda Smith heads to the free throw line. Smith has struggled from the stripe here this year. 1 for 2 tonight. That foul on McKenna was her second, team's 6th. As Smith gets the bounce to fall on the first free throw. 1:07 remaining here in the second quarter. Penn would have had 35-26. Second free throw on net. So Smith capitalizes, and it's a 10-point lead again for Penwood with 1:07 to go in the quarter. $16 points now for LaShonda Smith as Penwood pressures Interboro on the inbound, and a travel is called against Gianna Monroe. She left her pivot foot, and that's a turnover. Penwood takes over. It'll be a side out for the Patriots right in front of the Interboro bench with 1:03 to go. Penwood ahead by 10 as Smith swings the pass into the backcourt for Jordan Johnson. Johnson sets up the half-court offense, swings it left. Cyrus has a lane, drives past 2 defenders, but misses her layup. Rocky Curry picks up the floorboard, swings to Smith. Her three-pointer off the mark. Floorboard hauled in by Cyrus. Cyrus inside. Curry has the lane and lays it in for 2. So Penwood with a relentless effort on the offensive glass here tonight as they pressure the inbound pass, but Jawara comes down with it. Penwood ahead by 12. Jawara with the lefty layup. It's off the mark, but she gets her own miss, throws it at the basket, and it falls. Sierra Jawara doing everything for Interboro as a foul on the ensuing play. No, not a foul. The officials say that LaShonda Smith dribbled out of bounds. The Penwood coaching staff doesn't like the call, but Interboro will take over. They have the ball trailing by 10 points with 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Inbound comes into Boland, who passes inside, finds Monroe, but her pass to the baseline is wild and out of play. So a missed chance there for Interboro as Penwood takes over with 11 and a half seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Patriots ahead by 10. Smith receives the inbounds and has a wide open lane as she coasts in for an uncontested layup. 18 points now for LaShonda Smith, and now a whistle. A whistle off ball and some confusion here. Not sure why that whistle occurred as Interboro inbounds, but not in time to get the shot off, and that will do it for us here in the first half. It's a 40-28 lead for the Patriots, and that takes us to halftime. Some good back and forth action in that first half. We'll take a break, but when we come back, second half action here on the Sports Fanbase Network. It's halftime at the Shoebox. Penwood ahead of Interboro 40-28. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fan Base Network, and it was a back and forth first half. Credit goes to Interboro because they were blown out at home in their season opener against the Patriots, but came out strong and led in that first quarter by Anaya Bolin. She had 12 points in the half. All of them came in the first quarter, and she was the only Bucks player to crack the scoreboard in the opening period of play, as Interboro trailed Penwood 22-12 at the end of one. But then in that second quarter, Sierra Jawara really turned it on. She had all 14 of her first half points in the second quarter, and Gianna Monroe added in 2 points as well to give Interboro 28 first half points. But for the home team, Penwood, it's business as usual for LaShonda Smith. She had 18 first half points. Raquel Curry with 8 points in that half. Jordan Johnson with 7 points and a couple of steals. Ashley Cyrus with 4 points and Enya Hughes with 3. So Penwood with a 12-point lead at the half, but a lot sloppier of a first half than they would have liked. A lot of turnovers and unnecessary mistakes. And so the Patriots were a bit frustrated going into the locker room. Let's see what adjustments they make coming into this third quarter, as it will be Penwood ball to start the second half. They'll be traveling right to left on your screen, dressed in their home white. And excuse me, no, it will in fact be Interboro going right to left on your screen. Interboro dressed in their road black with yellow stripes at the shoulders, as they steal on the baseline, and then a foul is called. Cyrus drew the contact from Lacey McKenna. That'll be the third foul of the game on McKenna. And Penwood takes over with 7:43 remaining in the third quarter. Rocky Curry starts the quarter on the bench, so Layla Johnson into the lineup to get things going here, as that's a turnover on the drive by Cyrus. Bolin splits a double team and gets called for a double dribble. So that's another turnover by the Bucks here. A sloppy start to the third quarter. Smith to Johnson, high post. Now to the corner. Jordan Johnson fouled on the attempt, and she will go to the line. They get Lacey McKenna with the foul, and that's her fourth. So McKenna picks up 2 fouls in 49 seconds here in the third quarter. And she is likely headed to the bench, as Kennedy Ballack getting ready to check in at the scorer's table now. So Jordan Johnson on the line, where she is 2 for 2 tonight. She'll have 3 cracks at it and gets the friendly bounce on the first shot. Johnson, a junior guard, and her defensive presence has been profound this season. Now some confusion on a substitution, as Rocky Curry waiting to check into the game. The second free throw gets the kind roll. And now the subs come in. Curry enters the game to replace Layla Johnson. And McKenna heads to the bench, replaced finally by Kennedy Ballack. So it's a 14-point lead now. This is the third and final free throw of this trip for Johnson. Doesn't get the roll. Johnson 4 for 5 now from the line. 9 points on the night. Now a steal. Jordan Johnson took it away, but then Bolin gets it back. Bolin, too strong on the layup. Hughes has it stolen from behind. Bolin tries a 3, it's short. Cyrus up ahead. Smith, high dribble. Layup no good, gets her own miss, and then loses it. Curry picks up the mess and throws it in for the putback. Rocky Curry with 10 points now, as she's the second Patriot to get into double figures. Pressure here by the Patriots. Curry with the steal, and Smith hesitates but lays it in over Boland. LaShonda Smith with 20 points for the third time this season now. As Jawara pressured by Curry, and that ball trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Jawara a bit banged up on the play. So it stays with Interboro. The Bucks have the ball, trailing by 18 points with 6:05 to go in the third quarter. And now a steal by Johnson and a foul immediately afterwards. That foul is going to be on Monroe. That's her second. Penwood with the ball, ahead by 18 with 5:52 to go in the third. Curry on the low block, spins and draws the foul. Good footwork there by Raquel Curry, playing the forward position once again tonight. The foul is on Madison Gonzalez. That's her second. And Curry, typically a guard, but she's got excellent footwork, and while she may be undersized, has a good sense on the low post, but she's way off the mark on the free throw. Curry, normally a quality free throw shooter. Her second free throw gets a kind roll. 11 points now in the game for Rocky Curry. And now another turnover for the Bucks. The mistakes piling up as Gianna Monroe traveled. And the lead beginning to balloon for Penwood. Interboro still has not scored a point in the second half, as Smith parts the sea and lays it in for 2 more points. LaShonda Smith now with 22 in the game. And now another turnover by Interboro. The pressure in the full court press really starting to upset the Interboro offense. And they need an answer here, as this pass to Curry off the mark, loose ball. And it's scooped up by Jawara. Interboro across the timeline, and now another near steal taken away by Curry. Johnson up ahead, Smith, 2 more points for her. And Penwood has opened up a 23-point lead here on an 11-0 run in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. And another travel against Gianna Monroe. This turning into a nightmare of a third quarter for the Bucks. And now a timeout taken with 4:56 remaining here in the third. We'll take an audio break. You're watching Penwood basketball here on the Sports Fanbase Network. It's a 51-28 lead for Penwood over Interboro with 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. Chris Markowitz on the call here for the Sports Fanbase Network, and Penwood had a 40-28 lead at halftime, but They've opened up an 11-0 run here in the third. Interboro struggling to get the ball across midcourt. The full court press by the Patriots has been irritating, to say the least, for the Bucks here in the second half. Interboro without a basket here in the third quarter. And out of the timeout, it will be Penwood basketball. Johnson swings. Her pass for Cyrus deflected out of play by Boland. So this will be a side out for Penwood. Smith in no hurry. Dribbles left. It's a zone defense for Interboro. Smith nearly lost it. Now finds Curry. High post. Corner three. It's short. Good look there. And now Curry gets the floorboard, or the offensive rebound, I should say, and a foul is called on the floor. Fifth foul of the half against Interboro. The foul is on Isabella Horowitz, her first. Johnson open for three, and that look is short. She gets her own miss, throws up a shot, and draws some contact, so she will go to the line. So Jordan Johnson at the charity stripe, 4 for 5 from the line so far tonight. Knocks that shot down. Sub coming into the game for Interboro, it's Emma Keeley. She replaces Madison Gonzalez. Johnson 1 for 2 on the trip, 10 points for her tonight. Penwood ahead now by 24 as that deflected out of play, last touched by Penwood, so the Bucks maintain possession with 4:17 remaining here in the third, down by 24. Long runner from Jouar, no good. The board goes to Monroe, and then a steal. LaShonda Smith with the left hand. Smith now with 8 in the half. She's got 26 for the game. Near steal, but this stays with Interboro. 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. It's a 26-point lead for Penwood as loose ball, no whistle, a lot of contact there. That shot off the mark by Keeley. Smith, her pass up ahead, finds Johnson, who lays it in for an easy deuce. This game getting out of hand fast, the lead all the way up to 28 points now. As Jouar lost the ball, the shot goes in though for Emma Keeley, who finally gets the Bucks on the board in the half, as this shot no good, but a foul. Cyrus bumped on the scoop shot, so she'll head to the line. So Interboro finally able to crack the scoreboard in the second half. Their first basket comes with close to 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the quarter, but Penwood with a quick answer, and Cyrus on the line. Ashley Cyrus with 4 points tonight for Penwood. A senior guard who creates a lot of pressure defensively and is a solid player alongside of Smith and Jordan Johnson in the backcourt, as Cyrus kicks to Curry on the offensive rebound. Smith from three, that's short. LaShonda Smith with 26 points tonight, but her three-point shot has been off all evening, as this is a tie-up on the rebound, the possession arrow in favor of Penwood. Layla Johnson checks into the game to replace Ashley Cyrus. Smith gets the ball in, and Some contact, no foul called. That's a clean play. Johnson got blocked. Monroe now pressured, and Johnson with the near steal, but called for a whistle, and I don't know about that one. So they get Jordan Johnson with a questionable foul call there. And now a steal by Penwood. The pass to Smith, a bit out of control. Smith throws up a wild shot, no good. Bolin with the board. And Jawara now loses it. This is an easy layup for Johnson, but she missed it point blank. And now a foul called in transition as Curry bumps into Horowitz. And that'll be the third foul of the game for Raquel Curry. She's got to be careful because Penwood, as big as their lead is, they only have 6 players tonight, so depth is not in their favor. As Monroe heads to the bench for Interboro, replaced by Felicia Pescator. Interboro trails by 26 with 2:28 to go in the quarter. That three-pointer way off the mark. The rebound falls for Keeley. She missed the putback, and then Curry takes it away from her. Smith from Curry. Layup off the mark. Curry grabs the board. Her putback no good, but a foul is called. And that will send Rocky Curry to the line. That foul on Horowitz, her second. So Curry at the stripe with 2:12 to go in the third. Her first free throw no good. Curry with 11 tonight. And she's been a presence on the boards as well. Sub into the game for Penwood as Cyrus checks in to replace Johnson. 1 for 2 from the line goes Curry. She's 2 for 4 from the stripe tonight. It's a 27-point lead for Penwood. Pressure here against Interboro. Bolin able to break the press. This shot way off the mark by Keeley. Fight for the rebound, and Curry comes away with it. Up ahead, Cyrus off the high bounce, lays it in. The lead up to 29 for Penwood, their largest of the game. Interboro faces more pressure. That a steal by Cyrus, who sets up Smith. She is blocked, but then a late foul is called. They get Anaya Bolin with it. So the clock is stopped with a $1:34 to go in the third. Smith off the mark on her first free throw. Penwood has outscored Interboro 19-2 here in the third quarter. Make it 20-2. And Penwood ahead. They've doubled the scoring output so far by Interboro, leading 60-30. As Jawara kicks to Keeley, she tries a jumper, and that's an air ball, too strong. Curry with a pass ahead, and nobody back for Interboro. Cyrus goes to the line now after a foul by Bolin. She had no choice there but to foul, as that was going to be an easy layup for Cyrus. 3 fouls now on Anaya Bolin, and Penwood already in the double bonus with 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. Sub coming in for Interboro, it's Madison Gonzalez. She replaces Emma Keeley with a $1:12 to go in the third. No good on the free throw, but Smith picks up the miss. Curry on a nice feed pushes the Penwood lead to 33. A minute to go in the third quarter. Curry with the steal, keeps it in on the baseline. Her pass finds Cyrus in traffic. Ashley Cyrus throws up a wild shot, no good. Gets her own miss, finds Smith on a no-look pass, and Smith throws it in. What a play. Smith with 11 points here in the second half. She's got 29 for the game. The lead up to 35 now. Jawara finds Bolins. Three-point shot is short by Gonzalez. Bolin with the offensive rebound, and she kicks to Jawara, who has her first basket of the second half. 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Three-pointer on the other end is short again for Smith. The rebound goes to Hughes, and she is fouled with 2 seconds remaining in the third. And the clock now runs out after the foul is called. That should send Hughes to the line as Penwood's in the double bonus. But instead, both teams head to their respective benches. Perhaps the mercy rule takes us to the end of the third, so we'll take a quick break. When we come back, fourth quarter action here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Interboro has possession of the basketball, trailing 65-32 as we enter the fourth quarter here at Penwood. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fanbase Network, and the Penwood Patriots outscored the Interboro Bucks 25-4 in the third quarter. As Rocky Curry goes on the drive, steps back, and now has the runner fall. Nice moves there by Curry. She's got 16 now, which is a season high for her. 7:30 remaining in the ball game. Penwood ahead by 35. And now Bolin draws contact. Penwood doesn't like the call. And Bolin will go to the line. So the clock is stopped with 7:23 remaining here in the fourth. Bolin scored 12 points in the first quarter, but gets her first point since that quarter right on that banked free throw. Lane violation on Bolin. She stepped over the line before the ball hit. And so Penwood takes over ahead by 34. 7:19 remaining here in the ball game. Curry, high post, nice feed inside, and Johnson is wide open for the bucket. Layla Johnson with her first basket of the game, and now all 6 Penwood Patriots who have played have found the scoreboard. Bolin to Jawara. She tries a three, and it's too strong. Rebound hauled in by Curry, who has a wide open outlet pass for Cyrus, and her layup falls. Ashley Cyrus with 9 points now. Penwood ahead 71-33 with 6:40 to go. Boland gets by Hughes, and loses her dribble in the paint. Johnson ahead to Cyrus. And she lays in the bucket. Lead up to 40 for Penwood. On the other end, Interboro with an easy layup as they finally beat the Penwood press. Lacey McKenna with the bucket. And now a timeout taken by Penwood with 6:11 remaining in the ball game. And we'll take a quick audio break. You're watching Penwood basketball here on the Sports Fanbase Network. (73-35) is the score. Penwood ahead of Interboro with 6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Chris Markowitz here for the Sports Fanbase Network. This was a close one towards the end of the second quarter. And going into halftime, Interboro trailed 40-28, but they were in the ball game. But Penwood has really opened it up here in the second half, outscoring Interboro 33-7 since we started play in the third quarter. Rocky Curry swings to LaShonda Smith, who goes on the drive and loses the basketball. Johnson tries a shot, it's off the mark. And now in transition, Juara lost it. Loose ball and a tie-up. Possession arrow points in favor of Penwood. And the clock continues to move. The mercy rule is enacted now in the fourth quarter. Penwood ahead by more than 35 points as two subs enter the game for Interboro. It's Madison McGee alongside Sarah Kerr. They replace Sierra Juara and Madison Gonzalez. So it'll be a running clock except for free throws as Curry no good on the good find, but the rebound goes to Smith. Smith kicks, that's Johnson who tries to drive baseline, cut off, good defense there by McKenna. Smith now no good, gets her own miss, throws up a putback, that's no good. Perhaps she was bumped but doesn't get the foul, and now a tie-up. Possession arrow favors Interboro now. Clock continues to move with 4:43 and counting. Penwood ahead by 38, but they continue to press. And that allows for a layup opportunity, but off the mark is McKenna, and then Johnson hauls in the miss. So technically Penwood in the double bonus. That normally would send Johnson to the line, but with the mercy rule enacted, instead Penwood just has a inbound from the back court. Smith now tees through the defense and lays in the runner off glass. Lead back up to 40. And LaShonda Smith with a season-high 31 points tonight. Cyrus with the steal. The layup is good. Ashley Cyrus in double figures now, joining LaShonda Smith and Raquel Curry. So 3 Penwood Patriots in double figures as this layup falls for Madison McGee, the freshman who came into the game a few moments ago for Interboro. 3:24 to go. And this game, pretty much an afterthought, but it's a good opportunity for some young players on this Interboro squad to get some live game action. Cyrus thought about the three, swings to Smith, and she misses the layup. Curry hauls in the board, and now a tie-up. This will stay with Penwood. A whistle to allow a substitution to enter as Sierra Jawara comes back onto the floor to replace Kennedy Ballack, and Anya Hughes re-enters for Penwood to replace Raquel Curry. Clock continues to move, 2:41 and counting. Good pressure here by Johnson. Jawara now guarded by Smith in the corner. Penwood continues to apply the heat. This layup off the mark. McKenna couldn't finish. And now a foul called against her. That's a hold against Cyrus. And that might be the fifth foul on McKenna. It is, so she is fouled out. And Cyrus goes to the line shooting in the double bonus. .2:15 remaining in the ballgame. The clock is stopped. And Cyrus nets the first. So Isabella Tanzi enters the game now for Interboro to replace Gianna Monroe. Tanzi, a sophomore, wearing number 13. 2-for-2 trip to the line for Cyrus. 9 points for her in the second half, 13 points for the game. And back out on the floor is Anaya Boland. Boland has it taken away. Smith with points number 32 and 33 there. Penwood with 81 on the board. And a dominant second half performance by the Patriots, outscoring Interboro 41-9. Hughes up ahead. Smith, no good, but a foul. And now a technical foul is called. They get her for an offensive foul and then a technical. So the scoreboard's saying 4 fouls now on LaShonda Smith. And Sarah Kerr at the line for Interboro. A minute 30 remaining in the ball game. Kerr, money on the second free throw. So it'll be Interboro basketball because of the technical. Boland guarded tightly by Cyrus. Kerr, high post to Jawara, that way off the mark. Cyrus coasts in for the bucket but misses. And then Johnson's fouled on the putback. So Jordan Johnson at the line, already in double figures tonight with 12 points. So 4 Patriots in double figures right now. Smith with 31, Cyrus with 13, Curry with 16. 0 for 2 on that trip goes Johnson. .60 to go. Jawara, no good on the layup. Curry hauls in the board. And then easy layup on the other end for Cyrus. .38 seconds remaining. This ball out of play. The clock will continue to run due to the mercy rule. It'll be possession to Interboro. .18 seconds to go. Boland to Kerr. Tansey has her shot blocked, gets it back. No good, too strong. Tie up and a whistle for a jump ball as the clock will move to 0, and that's going to do it for us. Final score in this one, it's lopsided. Penwood 83, Interboro 38. So after a tough 19-point loss to Abington last Saturday, the Patriots rebound with a dominant performance tonight against Interboro. And that's going to do it for us here on the Sports Fan Base Network. For our crew, for my producer Sam Long, and for our cameraman, I'm Chris Markowitz saying so long and good night from the shoebox at Penwood High School.